this is kdmoonchild. I'm happy to see you here. You're welcome to kdmoonchild's world. And this is Saturday's Solutions. This is a spiritual card reading where we all come together to see what we can do to help raise our vibrations, live in a more grateful way of mindset and being mindfulness of our surroundings and everything that we come in contact with. So, let's get this reading started, and then, I'll be able to explain a little more to you as you can look at the cards on the table. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Sorry about that. I had to switch cameras so that you could see what I had on my table. As you can tell, the cards are all laid out, and this card reading is simply for entertainment purposes only. We come here just for something different on YouTube. And believe you me, my channel is definitely that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoy what you see. If you do, I would really love it if you hit the like button, and you want more, come back and let YouTube know you want notifications by hitting the bell, and we'll get it all taken care of for you. Let me adjust this camera just a hair. There we go. Now, let me tell you, as I keep clapping my hands, I'm sorry, the cards that we are using today. First, we will be using the Steampunk Tarot cards. I am sorry, you can see my fan going up there, but if it's not going, I will be very cold. So, anyway, by Barbara Moore, we have the Steampunk Tarot for the reading, as well as the Therapets. As usual, every week we do get sent out by our lovely little pets and critters around us. We are sent out by the Therapets, by Kate Allen, and in case we need a clarifier on how to take care of ourselves in the days to come, we're going to be using the, let me find a box. Here it is. The Sacred Self-Care Oracle. You guys know I love to use this. It's written by Jill Pine. Sorry, Jill Pyle. So, what do you say we get this reading started? And, I'll explain to you as we go along what's happening. This is a compass. First of all, as though I am looking at it as north, south, east, and west. It's also a cross. You have from east and west, you have the beginning of a new day and the sunset. Okay. In the north and south cross, you have the mountains and the valleys. The thing about these two is they can contain obstacles that we will need to have a little help, a little more clarification possibly on how to clear these obstacles and get past them, whether it means go through them, around them, over them, under them, whatever. We'll get that guidance from this card. Our final card is our promise, our goal, the promise of a new day. That's the Sunrise card in the East. So what do you say we begin with the Sunset card, which is where we are right now. This is our current time. Ooh, what a card. The Steampunk card deck is an interesting deck. You can focus now, camera, and keep focused. It would be nice. Thank you. We have the Three of Cups. I would say that young man has got his hands full. Which lady is he going to choose, or does he need to choose? Interesting. What I see in this card is us needing to make a decision. We are looking at our lives as though it's disappearing, and it's disappearing too fast. So here you go. So these three women walk into a bar. A researcher an aviatrix, and a fortune teller. So here you have a researcher, an aviatrix, and a storyteller. So we have 3 women here. I love it. This card is telling us to be more spontaneous and look for unexpected joy and pleasure in your life. It may represent a party of women, such as girls' night out, bridal shower, baby shower. It's a gathering of women. Oh, if this card shows up somewhere in your past, present, or future, you have enjoyed or will enjoy one of these excellent moments. You will be the people you care about, celebrating and honoring not your accomplishments, but each other. Ah, okay. So here we have a card that is telling us, reach out to the people, become more social, talk to each other, respect each other for their accomplishments and their experiences in life. You may not know what those are, but they still deserve the same respect that you would want given you for the things that you have been through and your growth periods. We are all going through something, and this card is to remind us. We all are struggling, and in the days and weeks to come, we will all suffer. We are all going to struggle, but we're going to make it. We're going to do this. We can do this. This card is also about agreements. Each one of these people, these women in this card, has a completely different community that they come from. I apologize for that. They have a completely different community that they come from. But yet they can mingle and enjoy each other's company just the same. They may not agree with each other, but they can be together without having to fight, argue, and yell at each other, be discounting or any of that. Watch for this. Watch for places that you can go to where you can mingle with people who are of the same mindset as well as maybe not the same mindset. Both provide opportunities for massive growth. Excuse me, I gotta turn that fan off. It's driving me crazy. There we go. Now that should be better. Stop, you silly thing. There we go. Much better. The flashing was getting to me, and I know that if you have an epileptic condition, or you tend to have seizures, that would have driven you crazy. I am sorry. I will have to put a warning in this. Anyway, this card shows up somewhere where you can be somebody who can make this whole experience richer too. Being the fact that you are there, you have your opinions. This card is saying, go there, do that, find that, recognize where you have an expertise to give and give it with respect and dignity. And expect integrity back in return. You don't get that, it's okay. You move on to the next group and the next conversation, right? So that's where we are. We're trying to figure out that we're going to be coming together, and we have a lot common right now that we did not have before. That was what we have in common now is what separated us before. And that is going to make it very interesting. Let's see what we get in the South. What do the lowlands have to tell us? Oh, I didn't tell you also. You saw me place my pointer down there. We have the bottom of the deck, which is the Six of Wands. He's coming in from a victory. But if you look at the people, they're kind of celebrating, but none of them are smiling. They really don't look that happy. And neither does he, even though he is on, oh, come on, there. Even though he is on the golden horse, everybody around him recognizes that horse isn't real. Oh my. Our card for the South, we get the High Priestess. Have the High Priestess here. Oh, she is letting you know. She has given you powers and abilities that you have no idea you even contain or control. And she wants you to know that by trusting in her, for she is a part of the creation and of the source of creation, I should say. She decides when you get those new growth and abilities. Let me hold that up there so you can see her. Okay. Now, there we go. Isn't she beautiful? Come into my fortune teller's booth, she says, and I will bestow upon you all manner of good things and prosperity. Ooh. Do you see an obstacle there? I don't know. Let's see if we have a story to tell us in the book. High Priestess. There we go. The book is saying she's completely batty. I tell you, don't say a word didn't say a word that whole time. Just sat there smiling at me. She does have a kind of a ridiculous smile on her face, doesn't she? The card meaning is something that can only be understood through experience. Like over here. We've all had different experiences in our lives. We all come from different communities. We're trying to communicate with each other and find common ground. And here she's telling you, hey, wake up. Your experiences are all different as they're supposed to be, because you are supposed to teach each other something new to help you grow. This card is only about something that can be understood through experience, not through wishes and not through fortune telling. The curtain ripples, the scent of something. Pomegranate floats on the almost imperceptible breeze. The cards are turned over one by one, covered with strange images and ancient symbols. They intrigue you. Shapes from within the crystal ball, changing, waxing, and waning, conveying truths that resonate in your heart but refuse to be organized into words. You look at her, silently requesting information and clarification. In response, she points to a card, raising an eyebrow, one side of her mouth lifting in a knowing and slightly mockable smile. When the High Priestess beckons you, do not give way to frustration. Curb your left brain with demands, understanding, enlightenment, and above all, answers. She is here to let you know that overt answers are not your best interest at this time in the situation. You have wisdom to gain and truths to embrace. You will only be able to do so by going through the experience without knowledge of what is to come. Sometimes you have to find a way to fly blind. Have faith that the universe has your back. Do your best. Pay attention. That's why she's not giving you any hints. But she's lift an eyebrow, give you a wink, point at the card. It's up to you, your interpretations. You know your experiences. So does she, but she's not going to point out which ones are going to work best for the moment. That is fully your choice, and she cannot interfere. So yeah, I would call that an obstacle. You're sitting at a fortune teller's table and she can't give you what's going to happen in your future. Because you don't need to know it yet. You're not supposed to know it yet. So she just points at the card and lets you interpret it the way you feel. Oh my goodness. Okay, my darling. So what's our obstacle up here in the north then? The obstacle down there is to be able to hear the truth and know whether it is a fortune being told to you or whether it is coming from experience. That's your challenge with the Valley card. Now with the Mountain card, we get, the Queen of Swords. We don't cross her. She's magnificently beautiful and looks very frail. Don't let her frailness fool you. In her crown is a very big gear. It's a heavy crown of gold. It is not loosened or lightened by many precious gems. It is the metal. She is a queen of knowing exactly what she wants because of where she has come from. Never, ever underestimate the king or queen of swords. Move that up a little. You can see that? Never underestimate her. Yeah. Let me tell you. Let's tell you a little bit about what the book says. I told you my interpretation. My interpretation is saying, hey, don't cross this lady. Don't make the women in your life mad. She will cut you off at your knees. Oh my goodness. It's not giving me my court cards. Oh, because it went to cups. Here we go. Swords. 7. Queen. Okay. Queen of Swords. Of course I will accompany you to the private garden. Don't mind the sword. It is just a part of my outfit. The core meaning Someone who supports and nurtures new ideas, systems, and communication. She's smart, experienced, and quick. Very quick. The Queen of Swords is a faithful friend. Just ask her how she feels about betrayal. You see, she's had experiences, and not all of them are particularly good. If you notice a little coldness about her, some aloofness in her manner, don't judge her as heartless. She has merely found it expedient to protect herself. The truth is not always painful. It is your idea or plan. It is a good one. If your idea or plan is a good one, she'll give you more encouragement, along with excellent suggestions for improving it than you could have hoped for. The lessons she has learned have not only made her stronger, but also made her wary of wasting time. She doesn't care to dance around the truth and will always be direct with you. If you do not want to know her honest opinion, don't ask for it. It's that simple. She may try to deliver the words with care and delicacy, but they may still sting. Like I said, don't cross her. She'll cut you off at the knees. She's beautiful, she's kind, she's loving, and she's strong. Don't let this beautiful, thin, frail-looking body fool you. Like she says, don't mind the sword. It's a part of my outfit, darling. Let's recap a little. As you're meeting people from different communities, different walks of life, and different beliefs, engage with them, learn from them, respect them, show them dignity, and understand that in return, the high priestess, who is one of the creators, she represents the divine feminine and all of creation. That's why the pomegranate scent in her tent. That is also why she only points out to you specific cards to go with your questions and does not interpret the cards for you like I do. Because she is here to tell you your fortune, but only you know what's ahead. Because only you know your doubts and fears. She doesn't. She's got an idea. And if she's a legitimate fortune teller or psychic medium, she knows exactly what's going on in your life because of these cards and the two cards in her hand. She holds her hand on her crystal ball because the visions and the images are distracting as they change for both of you as you watch. She is here reminding you to be the diplomat, but do not back down on your values and the things that you stand for, because those were given to you through experience and the hard knocks of life. You carry the burden of those in that sword. And because of that sword that you carry, you're strong. And you can withstand and put up with and tolerate a great deal before you have to pull that sword out in response. Wow, so I see the obstacle in this card is knowing when to fight back. Knowing when to stay calm and knowing when to fight back. Because the Queen of Swords' tendency is to fight back. She fights back first when you cross her. Instead of finding out what's going on inside you, all she sees is you crossed her. And she has heavy burdens. So let's see what we get for The promise of a new day. We have the Two of Wands. Looks like, is that a camera he has in his hand? No. It's an orb with gears inside it. Okay. Our promise of a new day is about the energy we carry with us. About the energy we carry with us. The energy we create and the energy we absorb. The little saying that goes with this card, I'm sorry, I was looking at the book, says, a wielder of fire does not chant, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's just in that orb. It's fire. See? Get it up there nice and close for you. Maybe we can overpower some of those images behind that the camera keeps wanting to focus on. Come on, camera. There we go. See inside there? This person is standing between two hands that have open flame, and in his hands, he has the gears. And there's a flame inside there, too. In that orb of energy. The core meaning is hesitating over a decision. Morose and alone, he holds what he is certain is a greater opportunity of his life. It's the greatest opportunity of his life. The power rests in his hands, growing weaker. Although he looks pitiful, few may pity him. Nah. They'd give a great deal to have his particular problem, for he has both resources and options. He can do his pleasures, and yet, at least for now, he does nothing. Let's hope he does something before paralyzing fear overtakes him entirely. Wand-like pillars represent the two variable choices. Not only is he blessed with options, but he also has an excellent view of the big picture. Just looking at him, immobile, potentially wasting this opportunity, would make most people crazy. Some will shout, "Pick the red one." Others will encourage, "The blue one! The blue one is best." Up there, removed from the others, you won't hear. He faces his potential future alone, weighted by concern, but picking the right one. If you find yourself in such an inviolable position as having the Two of Wands appear in your reading, take a lesson from this indecisive individual. Doing nothing is the worst choice. A dynamic, wands-charged situation requires action. Break the balance, end the stalemate. If you seek guidance in deciding, consider the connotations of this suit. What feels bold, and what choice would make you feel courageous? What ignites your passion? What connects you to your spiritual roots? Answer these questions, and your decision will be easy. Wow, I'm all for any decision that I can come up with that's an easy one to make. He's waiting up here on top of his pedestal, we'll say on top of his castle, waiting for the good things to come. He's holding them in his hands, but he's looking out there, waiting for them to come. They're in his hands right here. He's standing beside it, the fire of his passion, and all is right there. But he can't hear it and can't see it because he's too busy looking off in the distance, looking to the outside. This is our promise of a new day that comes with a warning. Don't be so focused on yourself and your needs, wants, and desires, what you are manifesting, that you become blind to the needs of the many, that there may be violence. Who knows? Maybe you're going into a situation, a town, a party, a neighborhood, pardon me, that's violent. Know your strength. Don't be afraid. And if you feel like you're getting a threat, don't back down. Bullies are only successful when we back down. They run when you stand up to them. They don't know how to function if you stand up to them. So remember that as you go through the future, because you've been shown how to do this. Be respectful and kind and treat everybody else with decency and dignity and honor and respect. You do all of that, you won't need to worry about this false victory that we're all dealing with. That the people are trying to figure out if they like it, don't like it, and the ones that don't like it are ready to stop it. That man in the short man up there on top, I can get this thing to focus. Short man up on top. There he is. He's holding, looks like the hands to a clock. He's got a key to it. And the other man over here has a sledgehammer in his hand. I don't know about you, but those aren't things I think about. Stealing time, beating the clock, I just heard. This is a corruption that's coming through that is having to work very fast to beat the clock. And that is why we have all of this come about. Being able to talk to varying people of all cultures and beliefs. And understanding that each one of us has our place to play in this creation. Pick a card and go with it. Live with it. Enjoy it. It's your choice. But also understand there will be factions that wish to show you a better way. And it's okay to look at those. Be very careful. Keep an open mind because your crown is very heavy. It has strengthened your neck and your back so that wielding this sword is nothing. So have the confidence that you need to look farther into things, to look deeper into things while you're waiting for your ship to come in. While you're waiting for that new gift that's been promised from an unknown source. And while you're waiting to stop the false celebration. Wow. Let's pull a self-care card. What do we need to do to, I'm going to use this as a clarifier on the first card. be able to talk to each other when we don't agree, when we've been spending the last 10 years avoiding each other, arguing with each other, screaming at each other, and trying to dominate each other. Never works. It never works. Balance and harmony, gang. That's why those three women are so very different. This card is saying, spend time with your friends. Turn off social media, turn off the news, and make it a rule that if you need to vent in the beginning, vent in the beginning, but from that point on, it is a time for a girls' night out, guys' night in. Hey, whether it's even watching the Super Bowl, whatever it is, do what you enjoy with your friends. Have fun together. Eat, drink, be merry, pull some cards. Enjoy your life. It's a gift for you. Take it and run. Let me see here. And that is a 12. Sorry, 13, which breaks down to a 4 card, which is about the divine masculine. It's about logic and stability. Together in your community, in your girlfriends, in your friends. It can be men and women together. Bond with those who think like you so that you can reach out to them for stability as those who don't think like you reach out to you for strength and wisdom. I love the diversity of this card. I love the woman with the green hair. Anyway, that's terrific. Awesome. Well, let's see. What do we have as a message from our little critters that we live around? You know, the ones that we consider to be pests and the ones we consider to be pets. What are the animals got to say for us as a send out today? Oh my goodness. We get the dragon. Oh, you're still making progress, even on your worst days. You know, if you need to take a day to rest, do it. It's not going to set you as far behind as you think it's going to. Even if you don't have time to take a long rest, like a nap, just close your eyes for a short meditation of about 5 minutes. It'll ground you, it'll center you, and it'll balance you. And then you can see the progress that you have been making. But as long as you're frustrated and trying to get that deadline done and pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion, what you gonna miss, huh? You might miss your job because you might screw things up really bad because you're tired. No matter how much you have to work or focus on the future, don't be so serious that you lose track of the fact, even when you do nothing that day, you made progress. I know that doesn't make sense. You didn't go backwards, did you? And you kept breathing, and you're going to make it to tomorrow. So guess what you did? You made some progress. You made it through the day. If that's what you need to take it that slow and that small, do it. Do it. If that carries you and your strength in the days and weeks to come, please honor that and do it. Take care of yourself. Together we're going to thrive, but we cannot get together until we start to stand up. Rise, America. Rise. Find our way back to each other, please. I know we're all in shock. I thank you for being here, for listening to me, for giving me your time and your space, and for understanding. Sometimes what we have to go through only makes us better. And it's not sometimes. Everything that we go through polishes us and makes us a better person. And always knows that even the hard times, they pass as well. I will see you soon. You guys take care. I'll see you tonight, as a matter of fact. Join me this evening at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, 8:30 on Ron Unconditional Love's channel, as the two of us are celebrating our birthday together, and our birthdays are only a couple of days apart. So every year we do a birthday party live stream. So join us. It's already posted in my community post page, whatever you want to call that. The link to his channel. I would love to see you there. Thanks for being here, you guys. Make it a great Saturday and breathe this week. And I'll see you tonight, and I'll see you Tuesday. Bye now.